In this episode, we head up the Cape and we camp on the spectacular campsites overlooking the cliffs at Pender Bay. We get some heavy rains while we're up the Cape. We experience the idyllic beaches at the indigenous community of Lombadina. And we spend the day with Bolo from Southern Cross Cultural Tours foraging for food, learning about local Badi culture and many of their traditions and ancient stories.
Morning guys.
Morning.
Today we're heading up to Pender Bay, which is just north of where we stayed last time at Middle Lagoon. So get the tinny off today, so hopefully do some fishing in the next few days. Should be good.
Run out of fish.
Yeah, we've run out of fish. We've got a bit of weather coming, which is interesting for this time of year for us. We don't usually see rain from now till the end of the year. And so, yeah, we've got some rain Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday by the looks. Thunderstorms Tuesday, so it should be a bit of fun. Rain doesn't quite go away, water doesn't quite go away over here like it does in New Zealand, so you don't need a lot of rain over here, and it makes it can make it a bit of fun, eh? So see how it goes. We'll show you if it gets interesting.
So we have set up at Pender Bay, and we're quite excited about this campsite. It's really awesome. We've got Tim and Nina setting up over the other side of us. We're sharing a campsite. We've got the ensuite all out because the toilets are quite the hike away. But check out this view. We are on the cliff top. This is site B1. Isn't that stunning? Here's Tony. He's just got the fire going. Got a big open fire pit. And just this gorgeous beach below us off the cliffs. It's going to be a stunner here. We are due some rain in the next couple of days, so it's nice to know that if we're not out doing it, we'll still be looking at it, and it will be fantastic. And there's Tim and Nina's caravan that they're setting up as well. So yeah, it's going to be a great spot and a great few days. Well, it's been raining since we arrived yesterday, and so we spent most of our time inside playing cards. It's getting dark out now. Hunter is learning the ukulele. Hi! What are we playing? Show me.
We were playing a song together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you come around, you might hear the sound of the two of us singing up the storm. If you're lucky then, you might sing again all through the night and into the dawn. She got a lapdog, a lapdog, a lapdog, a lapdog, lapdog, little lapdog. She wants to play.
Ow.
She's got a lapdog, a lapdog, a lapdog.
Good morning. We are out running this morning, Tony, Liam and I, along the beach. The tracks are a bit muddy after our big storm. But yeah, the beach is okay. It's only 2 k's one way, so it's not the biggest run, but it's fine for me. Only getting back into it, so 5 or 6 k's is more than enough for me at this stage. Hopefully I'll build it back up soon. Yep, we've woken up to a beautiful sunny day. after the storm. I was up at 2:30 checking the camper trailer for pools of water in the roof or anything, but she survived really well. I believe we had about 100 mil of rain yesterday. It was in a 24-hour period from the previous midnight to about 2 a.m. last night, so a shitload of rain for these areas, but the camper trailer survived awesome. Probably the only downfall, which was a very minor one, was we had mesh in the top of our toilet tent, and that just happened to be just a little strip of it for airflow, and that just happened to be the prevailing wind and rain the first night. So when I got up to go to the toilet in the middle of the night, it was literally raining inside the tent and the toilet paper was soaked. But yeah, everything inside was nice and dry, and yeah, we coped really well, so stoked. It's a little bit wetter than anticipated getting to Middle Lagoon to do the dunny run.
Pretty wet, alright. We've had a fair bit of rain in the last couple of days.
That was cool, eh, Hunter? It was deep. Here come our mates. Oh, he's giving up.
So if you come around, you might hear the sound of the two of us singing in the storm. If you're lucky then, you might sing again.
Hey guys, just dumping the old pua today. My favourite job. We've just come over to Middle Lagoon because we were staying at Pender Bay. They don't have a dump point. This is a pretty flash dump point. Concrete in a wheelie bin. They charge you $10 to come in here and access the beach and use the dump point. But if you buy something from their cafe, they don't charge you, so it's all good. We'll grab a cup of coffee or something afterwards, eh?
A couple of ice creams.
Yeah, so yeah, it's a beautiful place. It's quiet as here. We've had a heap of rain, so yeah, it's just nobody around. Everybody's gone home because they're scared of the rain. So it's awesome. It's a bit colder than the other side, isn't it?
Oh no, it's nice. So here we are at Middle Lagoon, having a swim. Looks a bit ominous, and they have to legally have the croc signs out, but the manager of the camp says that she's the biggest scaredy cat ever, and she swims for hours down here, as does everybody else. So we just have to go with what the locals say. Oh, look. So nice. So hot and humid today after the rain. It's so sticky. There's lots of little fishies jumping around me. Might go through the line and
something's in the air. I can feel it everywhere. I recall
what are those guys? Like,
Mullet,
yeah, little mullet.
make good bait.
Piper.
Little pockets there, Liam. They're just tucked in the little pockets. So when they hit the net, they slide down and sit in these little pockets.
A gutter.
The gutter, as he calls it.
You. Yoo-hoo! Bit of sideways action.
A little bit of fun at the end there.
Yeah, I thought you were ducking off to the left.
So did I for a second.
Don't let me down. Don't let me down. I'm aiming for the sky. Everyone got stories. So let's start listening. Let the rain wash away the tears that keeps crippling. Now that you're looking up, I can see it in your eyes that lately it's been tough. But now the sun is rising, and we're new people. Let's be new people. There's summer. Don't let me down, down, down. Don't let me down, down, down. I wanna be up, 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 so high.
That's us, honey. We're shipping out.
Yeah, mate. 9:30 in the morning, love. Good pack up.
Good pack up, considering we
Good
had the
pack
boat
up.
to put on.
Even pack up. We did a little bit yesterday with Chalk Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's cool. Got a nice breeze here today. Humidity's come down from 125% to 99%. Nah, it's pretty good today. Pretty good.
So onwards and upwards to Lombadina today. Tim and Nina are all packed up too. Car convoy with them.
All good.
And we say goodbye to Pender Bay, site B1. She was pretty spectacular. Closest to the boat ramp. Great spot for the campfire. The rule of thumb is that when you're coming into these places up the Cape, there's very little places to pass, and so the general known standard is that you let everybody out first from 10 till 12, and then you don't come in till after lunch when everyone else has gone out, and more so in the wet. But yeah, we've got a whole lot of people. It's like 10:45 coming in, and there's a whole lot of people trying to come out too, and it's just a bit of a disaster. So if you're planning on coming up the Cape, the tip is, if you're coming into one of these communities or campgrounds, don't come in till after lunch when everyone else has had the chance to get out. So guys, I just thought I'd show you where we are. Here's Broome, and we're spending these couple of weeks up here on Cape Leveque. We just had a huge amount of rain at Pender Bay, which is just on the other side of this piece here, and now we've come up to a community here in Lombadina. This is where we'll be for the next 3 nights before we head across the Gibb River Road and start heading into the NT. Well, this is the township of Lombadina. We are camped just in this little section. So this is actually just the campground area here. It takes about 10 sites. And we're just at the craft shop here now, which is this building here. And we're allowed to wander up to the church, which I can't remember where it is, up in this road somewhere. This might be the church here. And yeah, that's the church. And then we're allowed across this picnic area, but then the rest of the community is off grid. I'm like sort of not allowed to go through because of COVID. Obviously they want to keep us out, which is fair enough. And that big green area there is the local school. There's about 50 permanent families here. And then when we head out to the beach later on, we've got to drop our tyres down to about 18 psi. We get out to here, and then that's a big sand dune hill to get over, and then it's 2 k's from there out to the water's edge. Crazy. So yeah, look forward to exploring that this afternoon or tomorrow. Next fishing mission, we've got Tim on board.
Woo! Our good luck charm.
Yeah, right, not. Not after yesterday, I wouldn't say so.
You caught a good shark. It was entertaining.
That was in good luck.
I thought it was going to jump on the boat at one stage.
Cygnet Bay this afternoon. We've only got one child. Say hi, Hunter. Hi. The other two have gone with Tim and Nina a little bit earlier, but I had to wait for a mountain load of washing to get out on the line. Yep, so we've just been all morning down the beach and we're just hot and ready for a swim. We did the Pearl tour at Cygnet Bay, which I would thoroughly recommend doing last time we were here, so we're not going to do that this time, but the pool is amazing, and I believe that if you sit there and have a drink or something to eat, you can jump in the pool for free. So we thought that would be a nice afternoon jaunt.
Yeah, should be good.
Something different to do and to get out of Lombadina, though it's beautiful there too. We did the Pearl Farm tour at Cygnet Bay in 2019 and thoroughly recommend it. Cygnet Bay was established in 1946 and has been run by 3 generations of the Brown family. This is a destination in itself worthy of spending at least a couple of days. There's limited campsites available and glamping style safari tents, so be sure to book early to avoid disappointment. As well as the restaurant, pool and jewellery shop, there's also many options for tours on the farm. Tours range from the working Pearl Farm tours to a range of sea safaris to witness the reef, tides and islands, all unique to this part of the world. How is it, Hunter? Such a stunning pool.
Hi, this morning we are going for a tour. It's called Lullumb tour, and with a guy called
we're just in car convoy. There's about 5 families travelling with them. It's a cultural tour, so we're going to get welcomed onto country, and we're going to get shown basically how the ancestors would make do in the bush. So we're going to be foraging for food, taking a look at how they would set up shelters, find water, tool making, spear making, all that sort of thing. So yeah, it should be really good for the kids.
Hold them up here, hold them, yeah. Alright, let's go. You guys walk front. So I want you guys to come in, have a go. Throw some water on your legs, alright, on your feet. Because everywhere you walk is with your foot, alright. Everything you touch is with your hands, so you wash your hands. I want you to go in and get a little bit of water, put it underneath your arms and put it back in the water. Same on the other side. Do the same thing and put it back in the water. Why we're doing this is, you know, the country not going to know your name. Alright. As you walk on country, you come back again, you've already now. What we're doing now is welcoming, you're actually welcoming yourself to the country. You're giving them your smell. Alright? Everyone's got their own distinctive smell. You know, we call grundard, your body odor. So as you walk on a country again, that wind's going to carry your scent across the land and country. And this is why we're doing this. You're acknowledging the old people, you're acknowledging the country, and you're paying your respects to it. You're connecting with it. Just to be safe. I'm going to get you some leaves. You're going to crush the leaves up.
Yep.
And you're going to hold it in a fist, go in, make a cup out of your fist, go in and...
Yep.
So,
For the antibacterial properties.
Yeah, that's right. You're also treating the water. You're not just drinking from the source.
Yeah.
Before we do that, what we do is clear it out.
Is it actually good? I found the biggie.
I'm going to get you guys to get a couple of leaves and pass them along, eh? What you want to do with these leaves is crush them up. Alright. Crush them up and have a smell of that. The Melaleuca leaves we get up all along the marsh here. We call this one Lullumb. Alright. When we cook fish, we put it straight on the coals and eat it straight away. Alright. By doing the walk, you know, they used to walk from places to places. That's why we're doing this walk today. Just to show you how they moved along to the coast and how they picked up food and how they lived along this area. This is the route they used to take back to Sunday Island. So they walked from here, Kalan, there's another place we call Balanganan. They moved to Karamang, back to Borgaran. Borgaran is the proper name for Cygnet Bay. And then they moved to One Arm Point and then went out to the islands. You know, so as they walked along, they used to try to preserve food. What they did was cut the fish across the neck, reach in, take the guts out, put the leaves down inside the fish. That stopped the guts from caving in. It also gives flavour to the fish. They would wrap it in paper bark. They would wet the paper bark first in salt water, wrap it around the fish. As you walk in there, you're going to find that really thick mud that we get up from in the mangroves and wrap it around the paper bark. And we'll cook it in the ground. As the fish would cook, the mud would harden. Now you got yourself, you know, you're pretty much a container to preserve the fish, or dugong or turtle. As you're walking along, the kids always want to feed when there's no feed around. Now you got yourself feed, just chuck it back on the fire. As you heat it over the fire, it's going to heat the fish up. Crack the mud, now you got yourself a feed. Alright? We're going to stick together, okay? You can see the tide's coming in a little bit. There's a creek in here that goes in. If we don't keep an eye on that, the tide looks like it's not going to be moving and coming in. But that water's going into the creek. Once that creek fills up, that little stream that we're going to cross over, it's going to rise. And if we're on the other side, we won't be able to cross over. That's when all the sharks and hammerheads are coming in into the creek and feeding. So let's stick together. We're going to maybe be about 100 meters apart. You guys can go out and spread out a bit.
Good. two different types here. Said they're both edible. One of the ladies from the NT said they only eat this flat top one, this one here. So I'll try both of them, see what they're like, compare them.
The little fellas come in here. You can feel in there, there's a bit of moisture in there. But we're gonna find you a proper one there, look. There's another one here, a little bit of water. Moist up here. We'll try to find a proper one for you guys so you guys can have a look properly, guys. Here, look, you can feel a bit of water in there. Yeah?
Yeah.
But you'll actually find a really good one that holds a lot of water in it. And they'll go along and they'll collect the water.
Oh, wow.
You got him? This one we call him Bilgamangar. You know, our grandfather always told us we're caretakers of the land. All right, no matter what color you are, what race you are, or wherever you come from, we are all caretakers of the land. You got to look after the land. All right, see this, what are you doing now? We're just taking the bark off this tree. All right? That's all we use off this tree. We boil this down in a pot for about 10 to 15 minutes. You're going to see that water turn a darkish color. You let it cool down. Any skin infection or any bad mosquito bites, you know, get pussy, or if you went down in the ocean, got cuts from the oysters and rocks, you come back on the land. Most of the sandy that you got is mixed in with grass, you know, so you're going to get infected with open cuts. That's what they use. Yeah, so they're native bees. They got no stingers. They're a bit smaller than a fly. So if you guys want to go in there and just cup your hands up and put your ears to it. The native one?
It's pretty cool.
For your ear.
Is that a tree?
Alright, pretty good. Nice and fluffy.
Wow,
Hey, leathers up.
that's amazing.
Oysters, bombshell, bluey,
Bombshell.
blue bone, fish and shellfish. Shellfish on fish. Look at that. It's a full house.
It is.
Yeah, that's only first round, I think.
It's an impressive spread.
It is.
Mm.
Did you say so?
Where'd they go?
Swim time at Lullumb. Our kids are in that mix somewhere. I'd be lying if I said that we weren't concerned about swimming here. It's literally about 200 metres from the flats where the bull sharks and the hammerheads come up, as well as the crocodiles. So I'm not sure what makes it safe to swim here or not, but all we can do is go with the local expertise. This community swim here all the time at high tide, so we figured we'd just join them. Safety in numbers after all. Mud crab time. Oh yeah.
Myself.
I'm just loving the fish.
There you go. Cocktail block. What about you, Lul? You want them in yourself?
What you eating now? Fish out of an oyster shell.
No, you're right.
Mullet.
Pretty good.
Remember me straight out, boy.
Awesome.
There you go. That concludes the tour. Hope you guys
It
enjoyed
was Lullumb Cultural Tours. What did you think?
Yeah, it was bloody good, eh?
Yeah, it
was
was.
really good.
What was your favourite part?
Probably the mud crabbing and the muds and all that.
Yeah.
And the swim at the end.
And the swim. What about you, Hunter? What was your best part?
My best part was eating the fish crab legs and doing the booty fight with these booty black things.
Oh, sounds interesting. Yeah, I just thought, it's just fascinating. It was really cool, really well organised.
Really informative too.
Really informative, and they had a whole lot more people than they were supposed to today, but it was still felt really intimate. We still got to spend heaps of time with Bolo and chatting to him and asking heaps of questions. Yeah, it was a mean day. Nice. It's really hard, isn't it, to say goodbye to friends. We're not sure when we'll see Tim, Nina and Arlo again. We've absolutely loved Lombadina. It's been a really cool spot, really lush and green, and just a really pretty little spot for some respite. But now we move on and are super excited to get to James Price Point. We've got the old camper all set out at James Price Point here today. Free camping here for 72 hours. Glorious spot. Pretty happy about life here for the next few days. We've been having an afternoon of games, haven't we?
Yep.
Gambling for jelly beans.
Gambling for jelly beans. It's a bit better than gambling for money at the pokies. On like the 5th row off the rocks at James Price Point. Look at his beautiful colours. I'll just bring them up a bit closer. Whoa! Gorgeous, eh? On a soft plastic, using the nuclear chicken, which I believe always seems to rain. So. I had a look up on the Breakfast West site and they're diamond trevally, not giant, and apparently only 2 stars for eating, but we don't mind, we're going to give it a go anyway because we've never eaten diamond trevally. All the other trevally we've eaten have been perfectly edible. They're quite a skinny fish, so I don't know how much fillet we're going to get on them, but
Big boy though.
he's a big boy, so it should be pretty good. So yay for me! And yay for fish for dinner. Yeah. We're just packing up from James Price Point and headed back to Broome today. We really rate this place. I think we said in an earlier episode that Calgan's Pool is probably our best free camp spot that we found in WA, and this one's right there up with it. I think this one's on a lot of people's radar, but it's just really awesome. It's pretty accessible. There's a bit of a steep hill and turn to get down onto the flats if you're camping at the bottom of the cliffs, but there's plenty of other little caravans that have done it, so just take your time if you're coming in via caravan. For camper trailers or rooftop tents and swaggers, it's no problem at all. There's heaps of level space around to camp. You can obviously have fires. It's completely free. The sunsets and the sunrises are amazing here. Golden hour with all the banks is just absolutely beautiful. And fishing hasn't been that bad off the rocks either. Well, that's us, team. I've just been down to the rocks and recovered a queenie lure, a soft plastic that I lost yesterday on the rocks, and another queenie lure that someone else must have lost, so thank you to whoever lost that one, and a few sinkers. So that's made up for the gear I lost yesterday. We are all packed up, ready to go. Here we are, just parked in front of the cliffs, ready to take off back to Broome for a few nights before we hit Gibb River Road.
Come join us in the next episode, guys, as we go remote again. We're finally back in croc country and we explore the mighty Fitzroy River that has some sensational barramundi fishing.